Today, we'll discuss some important questions and as well as some question paper which is exactly given in KVS PGT Math 2023. And I have already published one video and this is the next video. That's why I'm saying part 2. And some question is given. It is just memory based which I have collected from different sources. So the memory based question of KVS PGT math paper. And the first question is let x belongs to R be such that mod of x minus 2 this is greater than 6, then x belongs to option A minus infinity to minus 4 union 6 to infinity, option B minus infinity minus 4 closed union close 6 to infinity. So there are also more two options, say minus infinity 4 and say 6 to infinity, like that. You need to strike out the correct option. So how you will solve it? Just you will use that kind of recall. Mod of x greater than k, that exactly mean x less than minus k or x greater than k. So if we think about the real line, so this is basically k and this is minus k at 0. So here x belongs and x less than minus k. So this position. So in that way, if we think about mod of x minus 2, this is greater than 6. That implies x minus 2, this quantity less than minus 6, or x minus 2, this quantity greater than 6. That means x less than minus 4 or x greater than 8. So that means x belongs to, we just draw the real line. This is minus 4 and 8 is greater than 8. That means that portion, and x less than minus 4 on this side, and the interval is open here. So obviously x belongs to minus infinity minus 4 union 8 infinity. So obviously one option A is correct and all the other option will be false. That is another question related to the limit. This question is given very recent examination KVS PGT. Limit x tending to 1 root under x minus 1 multiple 2x minus 3 divided by x square minus 3. So the limit is, say, option A 1 by 10, option B minus 1 by 10, and option C 0, or option D 1 by 5. The option may not exactly match, but there is an option which is uh, exactly given. That kind of option is given in KVS PGT mathematics. So just to think about this kind of limit. So limit x tending to 1 root x minus 1 multiple 2x minus 3 by x square minus, it will be 1, x square minus 1. So it is basically extending to 1. It is basically 0 by 0 form. So obviously we can apply the L'Hopital rule. So the limit extending to 1, it will be 1 by 2 root x into 2x minus 3 plus 2 into root x minus 1 by x square by 2x. So obviously if we put 1 here, the limit will be 1 by 2 into minus 1 plus minus 1 divided by 2. So obviously the limit will be minus 1 by 4. Okay, so I just change the option minus 1 by 4 and 1 by 4 like that. So minus 1 by 4 is the correct option here according to this problem. But there is similar kind of problem like this problem. It is given exactly KVS examination. There is another question in KVS. So the maximum value of sin x plus cos x is, there was option 2, option B root 2, option C 1 by root 2, and option D half. So just important recall, this problem is very very important, and it is important for any other examination also. For finding out the maximum and minimum value, use this kind of recall. A sin x plus B cos x, this modulus less than equals to, this modulus less than equals to root under a square plus b square. Okay, so this is the formula. So that means the maximum value is basically minus root under a square plus b square, this quantity less than equals to a sin x plus b cos x, and this is less than equals to root under a square plus b square. So obviously here you just compare with sin x plus cos x, a equals to 1 and b equals to 1. So sin x plus cos x, that value obviously less than equals to root under 1 square plus 1 square, that means root 2. So hence the maximum value is basically root 2. All other options are false. You can do the problem in alternative way. So alternative way is basically you will calculate, you will take the fx equals to sin x plus cos x. Next we will calculate f dash x, and f dash step 1 is fx, step 2 is fx equals to 0, and from that case you will find out the value of x. In step 3 you will get here the x equals to pi by 4. So obviously f double dash x, next we will calculate, and you will see f double dash x of x equals to pi by 4, this is less than 0. So obviously here we can conclude fx equals to sin x plus cos x. Cos x has maximum value, max value at x equals to pi by 4, and this value is f pi by 4. So that means 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2. So 2 by root 2, this is equals to root 2. So this was very important and popular question which has been set up in KVS PGT examination. And there is one question from LPP, Linear Programming and Game Theory. Let R be the region bounded by x plus y less than equals to 50, x 3x plus y, this quantity less than equals to 90, x greater than equals 0, y greater than equals to 0. Then which of the following is not a corner point? That is option A 50 0, option B 0 50, option C 30 0, and option D say 20 30. So you just draw that kind of graph. So just you think first x plus y equals to 50. So that means x by 50 plus y by 50 equals to 1. So that means it cuts 50 0 and 0 50 point. Next you will so the region is basically here because less than equal to sign is there. Next, you will think about the 3x plus y. This is less than equals to 90. That means x by 30 plus y by 90 less equals to 1. So this is the 30 0 point and this is 0 90. So obviously if we add this one, so this will be the feasible region. So that this point is 20 30 and this point is 0 50. This point is 0 0 because x greater than equals to 0, y greater than equals to 0. So this is the feasible region exactly. So here he can conclude 50 0 is not a corner point. The corner point is basically 0 50 and 20 30, 0 0 and 30 0. So these are the four corner points. So obviously 0 50 0 is not a corner point. This option is correct. All other options are false. So this question exactly given in KVS examination. And there are a question from from APGP and HP. So the question is given, let A 4 and B are in AP arithmetic progression and A to B are in HP are in HP the harmonic progression, then which of the following is true? Option A, A1B, A1B are in GP. Option B, A1B are in arithmetic progression. Option C, A1B are in HP. And option D, neither A1B are in HP nor in GP. So this is a very interesting and simple question, and this question is given KVS TGT 2023, and here A4B are in AP. That means A plus B by 2 equals to 4, and here you can write A plus B equals to 8. Similarly, A2B are in this is given are in GP, that exactly meaning root under AB equals to 2. So obviously you can write here AB equals to 4. So now we have to check A1B in which form it is, in the GP or AP or HP, that we need to calculate. So just I think one kind of observation, the simple observation, 1 by A plus 1 by B. So 1 by A plus 1 by B, this is equals to A plus B by AB. So that means 8 by 4. So this is 2. So we can write it 2 by 1. So 2 by 1. So that exactly means here the A1 and B are in harmonic progression. So option C is correct. All other options are false. There is another question. The question is given from the binomial expansion. The question is like that: the coefficient of r minus 1th, rth, and r plus 1th term of 1 plus x whole to the power n are in the ratio 1:3:5. So what should be the value of n? Then the value of n is say option A 4, option B 5, option C 6, and option D 7. So this expansion, so obviously r minus 1th term, this is basically NC r minus 1 x to the power r minus 1, and rth term, this is basically NCR x to the power r plus 1th term, so this is basically NCR plus 1 x to the power r plus 1. So here the coefficient ratio is basically 1 is to, so that means NCR minus 1 to NCR plus 1. This is basically 1 is to 3 is to 5. So that means here we can write NCR minus 1 by NCR, that ratio is 1/3, and NCR by NCR plus 1, that ratio is 3/5. So here just you calculate the formula, the n factorial, just use the NCR equals to n factorial by r factorial n minus r factorial. You just use this kind of recall. You will see the relation is basically the first case 4r equals to n plus 1, and if we put in the second case, so it will be n, and in the second case I will see the 3n minus 3r. So actually 8r equals to 3n minus 5. From these two equation you will solve it. N equals to, the value of n equals to 7. So option D is correct and all other options are false. So it is so simple question, and the question is given in KVS PGT mathematics. So here there is another question, the expansion of like from binomial expansion. The question is also simple. The coefficient of x to the power n in 1 plus x whole to the power 2n and 1 plus x whole to the power 2n minus 1 is basically same. Uh, same. Then what should be the ratio? Then no. The question is the ratio of the coefficient. The ratio of the coefficient, the expansion. This and this is, there are option. The option is 1 is to 2. Option B is 2 is to 1. Option C and D, there is other option. I just don't recall what are the option exactly given there. So coefficient ratio of coefficient of x to the power n in the expansion 1 plus x whole to the power 2n. This must be 2n cn, and this expansion 2n 1 plus x whole to the power 2n minus 1 cn. So we just calculate the ratio. This is quite simple. So 2n factorial n factorial into n factorial. This is 2n minus 1 factorial, again n factorial, 2n minus 1 minus n factorial. So obviously we just calculate it. You will see this will be the 2n by n. So that means 2 is to 1. So option B is correct. All other option is false. So actually this question is given in KVS PGT. Next, another question is given. Just it is a coordinate axis. You will draw the line y equals to x, and the point is basically 4, 1. So under reflection, this point actually goes to the 14.14. If we move to 2 units on the right side, so this will be the 3, 4. So the answer is basically 3, 4. So this is one kind of good question based on the reflection map and the translation. So here translation is basically 2 units. That question is given in KVS.